cannot lie. Me love you long, long. What the? I'm recording already. Oh, snap. Well, I'm about to piss some more people off anyway. Might as well keep this in here. So I was going over this list I'm about to read, right? And I was thinking that I used to be about the first three or four. Let me see. One, two, three. Yeah. I used to be about three or four of these people I'm about to talk about. And after I learned the truth, I felt bad about being this. But some people, some of my people, some of my black people still believe this. I'm sorry, I've heard them recently say that they believe this. Even when I try to explain the facts, they say they still believe this. So, I'm about to talk about you. If you get offended, I hope you change your ways. Or think about it. Maybe you won't change your ways. I don't know. But anyway, let's start with this one. If you are black, African American, if you want to call yourself African American, for black, or if you're black or African American, and you are always on time or early, you might be a black supremacist. I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just kidding. I just couldn't help that one. Okay, but anyway, for real, for real. But if you're African American or black, however you want to say it, from now on I'll be saying black person, and you believe that mostly black people are on welfare because they want to be, you might be a black supremacist. If you are black and you believe that mostly black people use drugs, you might be a black supremacist. If you believe that mostly black people are drug dealers, you might be a black supremacist. If you believe that most black people just are not as smart as white people, you might be a black supremacist. We're going to talk a little bit more about that towards the end. If you're a black or African American and you think that every black person had or has the same opportunities that you do, guess what? You might be a black supremacist. If you think that you are smarter than other black people and you don't want to listen or even admit when you could be wrong, especially if that other black person is speaking truth, you might be a black supremacist. This one trips me out. And I can't lie, this used to be me at one time. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But if you're a black or African American and you consider yourself a brown person, you might be a black supremacist. I don't do that no more. Hey, I know that. I know that when I get out there in the world, people gonna be seeing a black person. White folks gonna be seeing a black person. Some white folks. Anyway. Now, and I've heard black people say that. I've heard some black people say this fucks my head up. Now, in all fairness, I was married to a white person. My ex-wife was white, German, she white. But I've actually heard people say this, and this was not my reason. If you are black, and you are dating a white person, or married to a white person, because you don't like black people, or black people aren't good enough for you, you might be a black supremacist. That kills me anyway. If you are black and you refer to other black people as your people, you might be a black supremacist. If you worship a white god, you might be a black supremacist. If you are black or African American, I ain't saying no names, I ain't mentioning no names, but if you are black or African American and you work for Fox News, guess what? you might be a black supremacist. I'm just saying. If you are black and you owned or own a pizza chain and you run for a political office on a Tea Party ticket, you might be a black supremacist. If you are black or African American and you on the Supreme Court and you benefited from affirmative action, yet you keep voting against affirmative action laws, you might be a black supremacist. If you are a member of the Congressional Black Caucus, and when it's your turn to buy lunch, and you are the only Republican Tea Party member, and for the monthly meeting, you buy Chick-fil-A and biscuits for lunch, and you're a member of the Black Congressional Caucus, you might be a black supremacist. Now, if you are a black person and you go to these rah Tea Party rallies, you probably a black supremacist. Now, I said we was going to talk a little bit about this one thing. I'm going to try to make this quick. When it comes to education, I consider myself a black supremacist because I think everybody need to get a good education. Need to get educated. Now, I'm not the smartest black person in the world, though, yeah, I try to be. I try to fake the funk. I know I'm not. But getting an education is not white. It's not black. Now, what we do need to do as black people is learn our history. We got to learn our history. If we don't learn our history, we're going to be lost. If we don't learn that the Bible was written on the continent of Africa, you're going to be lost. So, people, if you believe a lot of the things that I talked about, please try to get educated. I can't remember who used to say it like that, but one of the black civil rights leaders used to say it like that. I saw him speak one time. He was good, whoever he was. I can't remember who he was. But anyway, people, educate yourself. Quit being a black supremacist. And take control of your life so you can own your own future. Peace!
Running on, crazy. Running on, crazy. Running on, running on crazy.